Hello, it's Lynn with Close to My Heart, and today I'd like to show you how to create these adorable front card spinners so that you can create them yourself. And I wanted to show you how easy it is that you can do this when you have all the right products. But this is the stamp set I'm going to be working with today, which is called I Choose You. And you can just buy the stamp set, or you can get it with the thin cuts, which you'll see in the light green color, that those are thin cuts. It's really, really cute. And these are the color inks that I'm going to be working on. So this is perfect for Valentine's Day: Thistle, Wisteria, Lilac, Ballerina, Pixie, and Raspberry. You can use any color combination you want, but I just wanted to share exactly what colors I'll be using and how we're going to create this adorable spinner, which will go in between the front card spinner and the card itself, so that you can spin your little messages that you want to send to somebody that you love. So let's get started. Let me move this right out of the way. So we're going to make this card today, and I want to show you that this one is actually, I used the thin cut to cut out patterned paper, and then I pieced some things together. But this is, we're going to keep it very simple and use white cardstock to show you how to create this card. So this is the card front spinner, and it's hefty. It's a nice plate, you'll see, but these are the three pieces that you need: the card front, the wheel, and the disc. So you'll always need to cut two of the discs. And everything is packaged inside, and it also comes with these instructions. Okay, and you'll need the one that is downloadable on my website at lynncomo.closetomyheart.com. And it has 6 wheels, basically, or 6 pieces of pie, not 8, which the original directions said. So just want to make sure you know that. But this is really easy to follow, and I wanted to show you exactly how to do this. So this is your front card. So you can see it has all these great stitching lines. This is the disc. Now these stitching lines are important because between this disc, this line and this line, this is where you'll be doing all of your stamping on there. And then this is actually 2 of these to keep the disc moving in a circular motion on the card. So what I wanted to show you, I'm not going to actually do the thin cuts, but a recommendation that I would have is if you cut whatever, if you want to keep it simple, right? We love simple. If you cut a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock at 4 1/4, right? 4 1/4 this way, and cut it all the way down. You have a 4 1/4 by 12. You'll be able to get all 3 cuts that you need. So basically, if I did cut it, right, a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, this frame, this came out of it. So it's that piece right here. So this is now garbage. And then you can do your disc, or cut a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square, and your disc fits on that. And then at the bottom, you'll see down here, you'd have this little piece left over. And what I did is I folded it in half, and then I cranked it through so that I could get my 2 discs. So that one strip right there, that's really a great tip, that you can get all of those cuts out of one. So these are the pieces we want right here. So if you're looking in the catalog, this is what it looks like, the front card spinner. And isn't that adorable? So we have these 2 stamp sets that work so well: Wishing You a Perfect Birthday and I Choose You. So the idea book gives you another variation of how to create the card. And the rainbow card is in here as well. So just want to let you know that that's available to you if you'd like. So here are my pieces, and I want to give you a couple of tips on what we're going to do. I'm going to just start off doing the spinning wheel first, so that if you decide to come back and visit the video, you get the how-to right there where you need it. You're also going to need a brad. So I have a silver brad, and I'm all ready. Okay, so we stamped, we thin cut our pieces. Now the important part on this wheel is, and I'm going to try to get close in there, there's some little bits of notches. There's 6 of them. So I'm just going to dot them right now. So you need to use a pencil, a good pencil. You'll be wanting to use a ruler and an eraser. Now, what we'll do right here, those notches will help us draw a line from one to the other, a light pencil line. So you want to make sure that the pencil that you're using gives you a nice smooth line and will be very easy to erase. So I'm not pressing hard. I'm just going about creating the pieces of the pie, following that. Okay, now you see it. So here you can see it's already penciled out. So now I can start stamping, whether it's going to be a message, an icon, a word. I'm going to be doing hearts. Now, where these little pencil lines are, that's really where you can use the word spin me or arrow, which comes onto this stamp set. So you can see there's the arrow, and I have the spin me on a block already. Now, if you're looking at the card, you can see I have the arrow here. And then on this one, it has the spin me. So it's easy for you to do that. So that's what's important about paying attention to the details, right? So I am going to just start stamping some hearts in between these lines right here. Now let's see if I can get a little bit closer. There we go. And right in here. So there's wisteria. And now I would like to use raspberry. And actually, we'll get back to that. We're just going to work on this right now. And this is lilac, some kind of alternating pink and purples. And using these cute little sweethearts out of that stamp set. I love that. I mean, as a child, and they still have them, all those cute sweethearts. Fun candy, little boxes of cute hearts. What a great card to give a niece or a nephew or a grandchild, somebody that you love, or even a coworker, somebody that you want to share a little appreciation. So now all of my hearts are stamped. So now let's just go ahead and stamp, what do I have on here? Oh, the spin me. So if I stamp this right here, so do you see where the pencil line is? That's exactly where I'm stamping. And that's because you want the spin me to show when you see the heart in the box right here. Okay. Now we take our eraser and we erase our lines. So you can see this doesn't take much time at all. Okay. And that's that. Now, what I can also do right now is take my 2 discs and a brad. So let's take the brad. I'm going to put the brad through the circle here, through the front of the card of the spinner, and then through the back of the spinner. So you can see it's all put together, and then just open the brads, the prongs. So now this is ready to go under here. I don't want to put it together yet because now I want to do a little bit of stamping. So if I'm looking at this sample, I want to take the base of the gumball machine, because that's really what it is, ink it up, and then carefully take my time and stamp my front of the card. Okay. Now I already did the thin cut for the globe, which can also be a fishbowl, so you can think a little bit outside the box. But my tip to you, and this is one of the things, when you have an image, right, or a stamped piece that's very thin, and sometimes it's wiggly, right? So we want to know, how do we get it to stay its shape? Well, what I try to do is just lightly put it on the table so that it forms its natural shape, and then I put my block over it. One other thing I wanted to tell you, for all my gals who forget to season their stamps, what you should do, and I haven't used this one yet, this heart. Let's take a block. Take this one off for now. So if you haven't used it, if I ink it up, a lot of times when you first go to use your stamp, it's blotchy. So what you should do is rub it against your skin, ink it up, and I love using our Versamat. It is a microfiber mat that helps with your stamping, and always practice on scrap paper. So you want to do a couple of images when you're breaking in a brand new stamp. So the more you use it, the better it'll get. I also like to do tap, left, right, tap, 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 because you want to get rid of your swishy lines, but you'll see it's breaking it in, and that makes all the difference. So that's my other tip for you. All right, now I want to move this over and ink up and hopefully you can see what I'm doing right here, right on top. Voila. Love when a plan comes together. I'm also going to stamp I Choose You in Thistle. Right like that. Okay. The other thing that I'm going to do right now is get all my little pieces stamped. And this is the topper, and this is the 10 cents. So I already put them on a block. So this is also in wisteria. And this one I'm going to do in a lighter color, in lilac. And the 10 cents goes this way. I love that about acrylics, that you can see exactly where you're stamping. I'm actually going to put a little pop dot on the back of that guy, right there. Okay, so now I'm not finished with this piece because I want to come back and stamp some hearts. So here's my little tip when I'm stamping some of these hearts. So if you're looking at the card, if you notice, I have 4 that are popped up, and then I have some others that are stamped right on this piece of paper. So what we'll do is we'll actually do first and second generation and maybe do it again and again. So here's the wisteria. That one will get popped up, and then I'm going to use first and second generation. Second and third, I should say. This one is Be Mine. And maybe I'll add that over there. And the raspberry is a lot of color, as you can see, so you can actually get quite a few out of there. Crazy for You. And this is lilac. Now it's going to be lighter on here for sure, so I might want to just add a little bit more. So I'm kind of filling in my area with color, because if you had a little gumball of these sweethearts, they would be a bunch of them in the one space, in the one place. All right, so Love You. And I know with the ballerina, it's so light. Just go in and add more color. And it's okay if you overlap, because you're really going to put those other hearts right on top. Cutie Pie. I'm just going to add a little bit in here. And we already used our pixie, so let's add a little color in here and down there. Okay, so basically that's all ready to go. So now I'm going to add my glue. And this is going to go right here on the card. Let me move that up so you can see that. We'll put some glue back here. All I'm doing is constructing my card, putting it together right now. We're going to put that little 10-cent piece in. And add some small little, you could use glue dots, but I'm actually going to use our foam dots. We carry foam tape and dots in thin and thick, so they're both, we have two different sizes. I'm going to do the thin ones. So we have Be Mine. Oops. This one's giving me a little challenge here. Hang on, I got to get my nail in there. All right, there we go. I love you. So you get the idea. It's so cute. All right. All right, so now we need to do our spinner. So what we'll do right now is we're going to take our foam tape, or you could use the thin dots. We have the foam tape in two different sizes as well. You could see this is the thin, and this piece, you see, it's a little bit thicker. We'll be using that too. All right, so I want to put some tape right here on my spinner. I'm going to peel this off. And let's find a heart that we could see really well. So these stitch lines actually line up, but put it where you feel you want them to be. I like having this actually out a little bit more than I did on maybe this card, but you'll see. Okay. So now this is ready to be glued to the front of a card, but we want to keep our wheel spinning, right? So the thing to do is we're going to put some thin tape right here, just like we did on the front of the wheel, on the little one, not this wheel because it wouldn't move. But on the four corners, we're going to add our thicker tape. Like I said, you could use the double stick tape that I showed you, or you can use the dots. Because we want this to be a little bit thicker so that it gets here to the front of the card, like so. I'm going to pull these pieces off. So what I've already done is I've taken a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of thistle paper. I've glued it to the front of my card, right? And now I can add this and center it just like so. And it will spin. I promise you it'll spin. So those are the really quick and easy details. And I want to add my little bit of ribbon. So what I've done is taken some of our twine, I should say, and doubled it up and made a couple of bows and put it on my mini glue dots so I can just easily add that on the card for you. But that is how easy you can do these cards and enjoy using the spin cut. I'll let you know that there will be future sets to work with this card front thin cut that you can use again and again with this thin cut all the way around. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, post it in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to give you any details and to help you as best as I can. All right, thanks for watching.